Hello everybody, how's it going? Happy Halloween. So earlier today I posted a video about a new Hired Goons song, Hired Goons being the band I'm in, the demo that my singer and our drummer recorded, and our singer asked me to post it somehow, and it's pretty difficult to actually post audio on a website unless you're already signed into a different kind of format, or unless you're signed into like a SoundCloud or one of those. And even that was difficult. Even putting on Bandcamp was difficult. So I decided, even though I put it up on there, to make a video, because people probably want to watch a video, I guess. And I also filmed a video of me drawing a zombie comic on the fly, a cheap little zombie comic. So you saw the other video, me and myself and Jesse, that is, on TFCon doing a recap. Here's a close-up of that hilarious GoBot with the boxing gloves. Free. And then here is the Scorpion tape deck guy, which I had to get because he's a tape deck guy. So, and then we went record shopping after we shot that video. Oh, someone gave us these buttons. Hail Megatron. We went record shopping after we made that video, and then I got a flat tire, so that sucked. But this is what my pickup was for $2. This Pinball Hall of Fame on the Wii, and now my thumb hurts because holding the controller, I hadn't held it in a while, so that sucked. And playing pinball on a video game console is just kind of odd. And the other thing I got at the record store was, this was $2. And I have it on vinyl, but I gave the record away. So there you go, and I'll probably end up listening to it and giving that away. So anyway, I was a little inspired by the walk that we had around town because, I like looking at graffiti. And, I draw buildings. I'm just going to show you something real quick, or quick enough. I draw buildings in a few ways. This is drawing skyscrapers. There's a cheapie. Didn't use a ruler to straighten it, but I give it windows. I give it shape. I'm just doing a basic shape here. Look at that. See? Put the windows on it, and now you know it's a building. Or maybe because I told you it's that, but there's really no other way to tell. It's kind of awful. I'm kind of awful. And in this case, it's like a perspective thing. I'll just make the windows bigger as I go further, because that's where I'm really not interested in doing a perspective artsy-fartsy thing. But anyway, there's that guy, and then I'll do this one here. Yeah, I like making them misshapen. Honestly, I do. You give it a sidewalk or whatever. You fill it in, but then I do two things when I draw them, which is if I were to color them in, I would do it like that. If I wasn't in a hurry, even though this looks like I'm in a hurry, and I'll use a marker, and we'll just say for the record that I'm doing a good job, and this isn't something that's terrible. Right? The hastiness kind of adds to it. There's a lot of background noise. It's my fan in the other room. Keep the fans going because it gets stuffy in here even when it's winter. One thing I do is like a crayon, I go over it twice, 2 or 3 times. You just do it once. See, to resist the urge to waste ink. And actually, if we leave space at the bottom, there's a windowsill. Pretty clever, huh? Yeah, pretty amazing. Alright, so there's that. That's when you fill in the black. And if you were doing, like, sometimes you might do, like, there's buildings in the background, but you've already highlighted this one in the black. So you wouldn't highlight these, you know, but if this were not in black, then you would do these. And you might do it so that it's like, oh, it's cross-hatched, just to give it a little further depth. You know, or shake it up a little bit. And then this guy is just going to be slightly cross-hatched. So is this guy. So is this guy. This guy you're going to leave alone. Just a building in the background. Same thing with this guy. So if we go 3 deep. There you go. Make sense? Okay, so this guy over here, here's another one that we do. Check this out. Now, this is something where I learned from an inking book. But there's people who do windows that lights off, say the lights are off like that, then you say like, oh, only one light is on that floor. Well, most offices are going to be on the same floor, so you're going to want to do, you know, all the windows like that. Depending on the skyscraper, and then maybe 1 or 2 windows are open elsewhere in the building. But yeah, generally, if you're gonna do that, you got to have, say this is 1 window, these are a couple windows on the floor. You know what I mean? Is it a floor? Is it just space? And then of course, you know, but you do this since you're drawing since I'm doing this horizontally on a vertical object, it's kind of difficult. There you go. Say that floor is open. Yeah, so if you're going to do something like that, just keep that in mind. You don't want to do like that or like that. But, you know, you can have something like that. I mean, there you go. That's how you would color in the building. There's a door. And again, that really works best for something that's far away. I mean, you know, not for far away, but... So this is what I thought about the other day. It's almost done. I just bought a bunch of pens. I'm not going to break them out, but this is the warm gray. So looking at some graffiti, and I got an idea. So it's not really my idea. Again, I'm not going to double over. You see what happens when you double up. Try to make it even, like that's the ground right there. I didn't use a ruler. Gonna kind of set the angle of the building, which should be 90 degrees from the drawing. Should be. So watch this. So I'm gonna start off with this guy here, and I'm using this cheap pen. So if it's not awesome, yeah. So you just go over like that, and then you know, I personally like making the building so that they kind of go up like that and out. You know, weird perspective shot. Obviously the line should be, you know, well, there you go, there's your glass building. You can put a couple windows like that. You can even black out some of the windows. Pretty neat, right? So that is it rubbing off on the black ink? I don't know. It's a cheap pen. It's worth the risk. Maybe these people have an expensive floor that they don't have to have a lot of windows. Maybe these people don't have an expensive floor. Of course, I'm using a very thick marker. It's not going to be fine or detailed. But there you go. That's experiment in buildings. Going off to work. Going off to work. Okay, and then finally, and then here's another one. What if you didn't have lines? And I was thinking about this. There's this building downtown that's all jagged, and downtown Chicago, that is. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But it's, you know, obviously I'm not capturing the angles properly here, but I want to. So, and you know, you're going to use up markers real fast like this, but there's pros who use up markers left and right for commissions. And, you know, there's also paint, but I'm not going to make a complete mess with paint. I'm going to use no rulers to establish the angle for any part of this building, which, you know, is probably an architectural no-no. And again, I don't want to risk ruining the new pens I bought. So let's assuming that this is right here, the base. Let's just use this old one. Here's the door. Then you just draw lines, and those are the floors. And there you go. You could do something like that. And you could even try to sew order to your chaos of this building, for instance, by doing straight lines to be windows. And I don't know if I don't know if any of this ruins the aesthetic. I don't know if it would ruin the aesthetic if you did a line like that around it. You know, for editing purposes in the computer, it would make things a lot easier, at least on my end. I'd probably use like a finer line. It's me futzing around with the stuff. There you go. That is me making noise. I wanted to show you, let's grab a finer pen. Almost 15 minutes. Yeah. You can do like the window thing. See? Pretty neat, huh? Go straight up, just to save ourselves time. And you saw me draw it in stages, so you can fill in the blanks or do it how you want, if you want to do it. You have a better idea, and that's great. So there you go. That's me drawing. I don't have anything else to add. You know, make sure check out the other stuff, the .com, robotswithcoffee.com. I will tell you that I'm thinking about doing a Patreon and some other projects, and I'll tell you about that later. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you Monday or so.